Well, I think I read this thing online the other day, and I think it goes for a lot of movements, or when you're starting a business, or anything. This cooperation just starts with a couple of people, 2 or 3 people getting together with good information, having a coffee, a cup of tea, or a beer, or whatever, and talking about how can we get together and do something. How can we solve this problem? And I think that's important, particularly for people here. I mean, you've come here for starters, and that's fantastic. Like, you've taken this first step to find out more about what's going on. But talk to your friends, and particularly people here at a Bitcoin conference. And what we always try and say is that this community is it's got some amazing minds. The most intelligent people. Some of the most intelligent people in the tech world are in the Bitcoin community, and they've amassed this sort of global network now. There's conferences all over the world. It's amazing. So there's this global, worldwide network of Bitcoiners who have links to everywhere. Like, they've got links in government, they've got links in this business, like links to artists, all this sort of stuff. It's an amazingly powerful community. So I think, people from this community, if they get together and start talking about this as a problem that needs to be solved, that will benefit everybody, like Stella was mentioning. I mean, what's happening to Julian's emblematic of this sort of global descent into arbitrariness that, like with the Tornado Cash developer, or OFAC sanctioning Bitcoin addresses. Like, where does this end? You know what I mean? Where do we take a stand, and where do we stand up? And Julian's case is emblematic of that arbitrariness. And so if we can solve this problem, then the rest of these problems will be easy for this community to solve. So yeah, that's my first thing, is get together, have a chat with your friends about coming up with ways that you can work on this problem. Upstairs there's a VR experience that was put together by the Plan B forum. Go and try that out. John did the narration for it, so yeah, it's pretty cool. There's also a little table up there. Put down your email address, and you'll get updates of what's going on. Where there are actions around the place. I don't know how many of you actually go to like street protests or anything, but you should try it out one day if you're,
There's merchandise.
There's pins and badges and stuff like that. Follow Stella or follow myself on Twitter. Our DMs are always open. Send us ideas. I was speaking to one gentleman, Jaco, before, he's here. He's a lawyer in Costa Rica, part of the Human Rights Court of Latin America. And so he's going to start doing stuff for the Human Rights Court of Latin America. So these interesting connections that we can make at these conferences, and I think that is the most important thing to do, is get together and talk about it. And I'm sure you'll come up with something cool.